types of precipitation. In this week's WeatherWise, our very own meteorologist Stone Schaefer is going to go over what you need to know, including some shoveling tips and a hint at when ice fishing will begin.
Yeah, well, thank you, Nicholas. Yeah, so this week's WeatherWise is all about North Dakota Winter Weather Awareness Week. We've been through it already halfway. We got a few more days, but why is it important to us? Well, it's about keeping you informed. It's about being prepared for the winter. It's about staying safe. And it's also about getting to know those indoor dangers that many of us don't even think about once we get into these winter months that we're going to see for the probably next 3 to 4 as we get stuck indoors. One of the things is about staying informed with some of those warning watches and advisories that we see at this time of year. We'll have blizzard warnings, frequent wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour with visibilities less than 1/4 of a mile, and that's expected for 3 hours or more. We get the winter storm warnings. Already had one of those this season. 6 inches of snow in 12 hours, 8 inches in 24. We could have ice storm warnings. We could have wind chill warnings. We could also have snow squall warnings, a pretty rare warning to see. We've already had a couple of those as well, and that's where we see an intense short-lived burst of heavy snowfall that leads to quick reductions in visibility and is usually with heavy winds. That also causes difficulty with travel. So we'll have to see how this plays out, but these are the warnings you will see. I know that once we get into the winter months, everyone likes to go outside. One of those things we like to do is go out on the ice, but you have to keep checking that ice thickness. If it's 2 inches or less, stay off. Keep off, stay safe. As we get up to 4 inches, that's where we can see ice fishing. When we get up to 5 to 6 inches, snowmobiles and ATVs can go on the ice. Once we're at about 8 to 12 inches thick, cars and small trucks can go on the ice. And once we get up to 12, 15, 16, 17 inches of thickness, well, that's where medium-sized trucks can go on that ice as well. So remember, if you're going out for those ice activities, continuously check for that ice thickness as you go. Another thing that we don't think about is safe shoveling. Shoveling is very taxing on the body, can cause heart attacks sometimes. So remember, once you go out to shovel, push, don't lift. Wear breathable clothing, wear warm boots, drink plenty of water, and take those breaks. Don't feel bad if you have to go in for a little bit after shoveling for 30 minutes. That break could keep you safe and keep you healthy as you get out this winter. But if you're someone that has to stay outdoors for a long period of time, there's a few things that could happen. One of those is frostbite. Remember, if you start to see warning signs of frostbite, which are skin becoming red, then a white or grayish yellow, and then becoming firm or waxy with numbness, make sure you get indoors. You put that piece of skin or that area of your body in warm, not hot water and continue to warm up. If it doesn't heal, obviously you may have to go to the hospital. Another thing that can happen when you get outside for long periods of time in cold weather in the winter, well, hypothermia. We could be looking at confusion, shivering, difficulty speaking, sleepiness, and stiff muscles. If you start to see those symptoms, obviously get indoors and warm yourself up slowly as well. And again, if you do continue to see those symptoms, don't be afraid to go to the hospital this winter. Another thing we have to worry about is if you're someone that stays indoors a lot, carbon monoxide. Well, CO is an odorless, tasteless, and colorless gas that appliances and engines that are not well vented can cause to build up. And that CO buildup can cause a lot of symptoms. We could see headaches, dizziness, weakness, nausea, vomiting, chest pains, confusion, and tiredness. And if you start to see those symptoms, well, get yourself to fresh air immediately and call 911. We want you to stay safe. So if you have those symptoms, obviously go get checked out. Another thing we don't think of, maybe some of us should that travel a lot, is our winter car safety kits. You should really have blankets, first aid kits, candles and matches, shovels, cell phone chargers, jumper cables, and extra clothing in your car if you are someone that travels, because you could get stuck with some of our heavy snowfall that we do see. But remember, if you want me to answer any more questions weekly here on WeatherWise, send them in.
All right, and you can do so by heading over to our website, kxnet.com, then clicking on weather, then WeatherWise. There's a link that lets you submit questions to Stone. Stone, thanks very much.
Yes.
There's still plenty ahead here on Good Day Dakota, including Diary.